Socrates, the man who dared to question everything. His ideas were so dangerous that he was condemned to die. Welcome back, history lovers. Today we're diving into the story of Socrates, the man who knew too much, and how his pursuit of wisdom changed the world. Socrates was born in Athens around 470 BCE. Unlike other philosophers, he left behind no written works. What we know about him comes from his students, especially Plato. Socrates was a unique figure, a man who wandered the streets of Athens, challenging anyone willing to engage in debate, asking questions that others feared to ask. He didn't claim to have knowledge. Instead, he claimed to know nothing. Yet it was this not knowing that made Socrates one of the wisest men in history. He believed that wisdom began with admitting one's own ignorance. Socrates developed a new way of thinking, known today as the Socratic method. Instead of teaching by giving answers, Socrates asked questions. He wanted people to think deeply, to examine their beliefs and assumptions. Through relentless questioning, he would expose contradictions in people's ideas, leading them to rethink everything they thought they knew. He believed that the path to truth was through doubt and inquiry, not blind acceptance. But his questions made him enemies, especially among those who held power. Socrates' ideas were powerful, but also dangerous. He questioned the justice system, the concept of virtue, and the way society was organized. He criticized the Athenian democracy, saying it allowed people without knowledge to make important decisions. In his eyes, true wisdom and virtue were rare, and those who claimed to possess them often did not. His questioning didn't sit well with Athens' elite. They saw him as a threat, someone who was corrupting the youth by making them doubt everything, even the gods themselves. In 399 BCE, Socrates was brought to trial, accused of corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods. The charges were vague, but everyone knew the real reason. His relentless questioning had angered the powerful. Socrates could have chosen exile, but he refused to leave Athens. He defended himself with calm logic, stating that his purpose was to help the people of Athens see the truth. But the jury wasn't convinced. Socrates was found guilty, and his punishment was death. After his trial, Socrates spent his final days in prison. His friends offered to help him escape, but he refused, saying that breaking the law would contradict everything he stood for. Socrates believed in principles, even if they meant his own death. With calm acceptance, he drank the poison hemlock as his friends and students watched in grief. In his final moments, he reminded them that the soul was immortal and that death was merely a transition. Socrates' death wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a legacy that would inspire generations. His student Plato documented his ideas, ensuring that Socrates' wisdom survived. Socrates became a symbol of intellectual courage and integrity, a martyr for the pursuit of truth. The Socratic method became a foundation of philosophy, law, and education. His life showed the world that seeking the truth is worth any cost, and that wisdom begins with questioning. Socrates was the man who knew too much, or perhaps the man who knew what others couldn't accept. His questions changed the world, showing us the power of doubt, inquiry, and integrity. If his story inspired you, hit like, share, follow for more profound stories from history. Thanks for watching, and see you on the other side.